Are you looking for the best smartwatch? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best smartwatch on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1, Oneplus Watch 2R. It might not have that same alluring look as the Watch 2 Nordic Blue Edition, but the software and power inside it are the same, and that gives you the same great all-round smartwatch with some good fitness features that I think make it the better option. Other Wear OS smartwatches will offer you more in the way of health monitoring and cellular connectivity, which will be desirable to some. But those watches outside of the TicWatch Pro 5 can't do what Oneplus manages to do for Wear OS and battery performance. The look is nice enough, and it's at a much nicer price than most other Wear OS options, and crucially, is just as good a smartwatch that will have you thinking slightly less about charging it compared to more expensive Wear OS smartwatches. Number 2, Google Pixel Watch 3. The Pixel Watch 3 watches are packed with features without being overwhelming. They excel as a companion to a mobile phone, preferably a Pixel, but any Android will do, unlike Samsung's custom features for Galaxy users who pick a Galaxy Watch. The new larger model offers better visibility and battery life without compromising on comfort, and Fitbit integration is increasingly good for exercise. It's hard to complain about anything other than the economics. Read our full Google Pixel Watch 3 review. Number 3, Samsung Galaxy Watch 7. Samsung has created another broadly incremental upgrade for its latest mainline smartwatch. But while the outside is largely unchanged, there are a couple of notable internal improvements. The provision of a new Exynos W1000 chip is good news, both for the ongoing performance of the watch and for battery life in the here and now. The ability to run consistently for a full day makes those enhanced sleep tracking functions more viable. Talking of which, Samsung has fitted the Watch 7 out with more advanced sensors that provide even more accurate and in-depth health tracking. Throw in some extremely competitive pricing and some snazzy new strap designs, and you have a compelling smartwatch package. All of which makes it even more of a bummer that some of those health tracking features only work with Samsung phones. If it wasn't for that, this might well have been the best smartwatch for most Android users, no questions asked. As it stands, it's another strong contender. Number 4, Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 Classic. Samsung ditched the classic version of its Galaxy Watch in 2022, but it's returned in style for this series. While it doesn't come cheap, this is the best Android smartwatch you can buy. Its defining feature is a physical rotating bezel, the main difference compared to the regular Galaxy Watch 6. Not only does it make using the watch easier, it adds some useful protection to the screen. That display is another highlight, whether you go for the 43mm, 1.3 inches, or 47mm, 1.5 inches, option. It's a crisp OLED, combining vibrant colors with excellent detail. As you might expect, health and fitness tracking is extensive, with support for over 100 workouts and detailed sleep analysis. Battery life is also good, but only if you keep the always-on display turned off. You'll also have to make do without the ECG, blood pressure monitoring and irregular heart notifications if you don't have a Samsung phone. But overall, this is still a fantastic smartwatch. Number 5, Apple Watch Say. The Apple Watch Say is now over a year old, but it still is the best Apple Watch for most people with an iPhone. A big part of that is the price. It's relatively affordable, which isn't something you can often say about Apple hardware products. It has many of the features of the more expensive Apple Watch Series 8, including a premium chipset, solid battery life and car crash detection. If you equally value smart features like third-party app integration, music storage, contactless payments, and full fitness tracking, the Apple Watch is still the best smartwatch if you have an iPhone. The Say does everything surprisingly well, considering it's the cheapest one. Read our full Apple Watch Say, 2nd generation, 40mm, review.